Welcome to Bulletproof, making workouts indestructible to finally lose weight. I'm Nick Jones with GymHackers.com, and I'm going to be walking you through building habits that work, how to meticulously craft these workouts so you can stick to them. Now, that's sort of weird, really crafting and really making your workouts in such a way, but I think it's not weird to not do this and always fail at going to the gym consistently. So, the truth about habits. Now, there's a lot of myths flying around, and the big one is, how long does it take to build a habit? Now, most people will tell you, 30 days to build a habit. That's wrong. That's like saying it takes 30 days to clean your room. If you're doing it completely wrong, yeah, it's going to take a really long time. But if you follow the right steps, if you really craft this in a particular way, you can build it in as little as 5 days. And there's another piece of habits that you need to understand, and that's called habit gravity. Now, this is the force that holds you down from building good habits. If you think about a rocket ship that's going to the moon, about 85% of its fuel is burned up just by trying to leave Earth. That's probably 1/10 of the way. So 85% for 1/10 of the way to get to the moon. But for that last 90% of the way, it can get there with only 15% of the energy. So how does that relate to habits? When you first start out, these first 5 days, it's going to be really tough. You're going to have to really put a lot of focus and intention on building this habit. But once you do, once you get over that hump, it's going to be harder to not do it than to actually do it. You think about brushing your teeth in the morning. It's automatic. You wake up, you do it. You don't think about it. You don't have to force yourself to do it unless you're a weirdo. That's how your gym plan can be. So, there are 3 pieces of building a habit. And we can relate this back to the toothbrush example because that's something that pretty much everybody can understand. The cue. For most people, you just wake up. That's what you do. You wake up, you brush your teeth. Some people eat breakfast, brush your teeth. Essentially, the cue is what you do to start that habit. The routine, actually performing the habit, the actual act. So either going to the gym, brushing your teeth, etc. And the reward, what you get out of doing the routine. Now, for brushing your teeth, having that clean feeling is the reward. And usually, if you either forget to brush your teeth or for some reason you can't and you leave the house, you sort of have this weird feeling of like disgust because you haven't done it. You don't get that clean sense. So I'm going to be showing you exactly how to do this when you are building your gym habit. And most people slip up going to the gym because they overcomplicate it. They either have too many different cues or they don't have cues at all. And they don't really consistently do this over time. It's haphazardly done. And when you're trying to piece it together like that, it's really hard to build the habit. Now, there's a resource for you to download, the habit checklist. And it's going to be going over what I discussed here and also some different things for what you can do to create this habit. And if you can implement these items on the checklist, you'll be way better off at building this autopilot workout. The next piece that I want to talk to you about is the bumper strategy. Now, I am terrible at bowling. And one day I was at a bowling alley. It was around 8 p.m. So they had these sort of like night lights going on. It's like glow in the dark theme. So you couldn't really see what was going on. So I go to bowl and I see the ball going towards the gutter. And right before it does, it hits a bumper. I didn't even see the bumper because of the lighting. And then I hit about 7 or 8 pins because of it. And I thought, one, let's keep these bumpers up. But 2, that's really interesting because I was going to go for the gutter if those bumpers weren't there. And that's sort of what we do when we go to the gym, or when we fail to go to the gym. You can think of that as hitting the gutter, going into the gutter. Now, the bumper strategy is about raising those bumpers up so we don't get gutters. So how do we do that? One is through visual cues. This is pretty much reminding yourself to go to the gym. For me, having my gym clothes out, having them packed in my gym bag, and having the gym bag by my front door was huge in getting me to go to the gym more often. Now, this seems really obvious. It seems really dumb, but it works. Having that small thing that keeps me there and keeps me focused and seeing it consistently really jump-started me from going, once every 2 weeks to consistently 3 times a week. Again, it seems dumb, and a lot of people will overlook it, but those are the people who don't consistently stick to the gym. Time of day. When are you most likely to go? A lot of people trick themselves into thinking that they're going to wake up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and hit the gym. If you're not a morning person, don't lie to yourself. And if you're going to bed at 3 a.m., don't think you're going to wake up in a few hours and hit the gym. Choose a time that will work for you. For me, going consistently at lunch was a big driver in getting me to go. Because once that clock struck 12, I knew it was time to go. I wasn't struggling in the morning, waking up, because I'm not a morning person. I could go consistently. And habit anchors. What happens directly before you go to the gym? If you can attach this habit to something else, you'll benefit. So, brushing your teeth, most people wake up and then brush their teeth. So think of it like that. You do something and then this happens. Maybe it's you leave work and then you go to the gym. Maybe you have lunch and then you go to the gym. What can you do directly before that you can do consistently so it builds that habit? It just automatically happens. Takeaways and recommendations. Habits don't take as long as you think. You can get it done in 5 days if you follow these steps and some steps that I'm going to show you in the next modules. And understand the pieces of habit, the cue, the routine, the reward. These will help you build better habits. And really focus on raising those bumpers up so you're not bowling gutter balls like I did. I think I was bowling like 60 or 70 points a game. I'm terrible. But those bumpers, they made me pretty good. Finally, do you want more access? I'm offering personal accountability for up to 5 people taking this course. Email me at nick@gymhackers.com. I'll see you in the next module.